Hello everybody, and today I'm with you all from NRK Academy, and my name is Narendra Kumar. And today we have a profile of an author. His name is Victor Hugo. Victor, Victorhugo. Victor Hugo, he was born in 1802 and he passed away in 1885. And during that time, 1802, the 1800s, you have to understand, was the time when man was getting liberated, because the whole of the history, if you read, he was under the shackles of religion. Slowly the scientific revolution, the enlightenment, and the way he was coming out of the shackles of, being cowed down, bowing down to some king or authority. So all that was happening during that time, and it was the time of the enlightenment. And one of the biggest movements in literature is the Romantic movement. And Victor Hugo was the father of the Romantic movement. Here, romance doesn't mean the romance between man and woman primarily. It means a higher vision of life, a greater ideal of life. Normally, even in Shakespeare's plays, you are shown characters who are ordinary, in the sense of they are more realistic, or I would say they're more naturalistic, in the sense that you don't expect more than that from those people. And then the whole drama is around that. And of course, great writers have portrayed and depicted that with depth and of characterization. But the Romantic movement was a little more than that, or much more than that, I would say. The Romantic movement basically believed that man was the center, and that man could go ahead and realize his values. That there was a whole freedom that man had, that he was not cowed down to society. So it was the Romantic movement was more looking at a nature of man as such, not man who was around you, but man as he could be, should be, and as his nature demanded him to be. So Romantic movement of Victor Hugo, especially Victor Hugo's novels, took novel into a greater philosophical significance, because here men were not just ordinary men or common men. Men were extraordinary characters here. Victor Hugo, of course, had ordinary characters, but the point is, when he used those ordinary characters, he gave them depth, such depth, and the theme also is very broad. And in that depth, the best, purest, most wonderful qualities of man comes out. So that was one aspect of Victor Hugo. The other aspect was the way he wrote, the kind of grandeur you would put into the characters, and thus even as mother or a beggar, very ordinary characters, were so purely human. It was as if like Victor Hugo was pouring life into them. There was Victor Hugo in everybody. So it was a Hugoesque reality where everybody was very serious, everybody was very value-centric, everybody was conscious, pursuing values. Even the villains were very interesting of Victor Hugo. If you have the villain in Hunchback of Notre Dame, or the Javert in Les Miserables, those people were pursuing values. So because the characters were so conscious about their life, about their beliefs, following their convictions, having integrity, the plot was always racing. Victor Hugo was one of the very, very great authors in projecting that kind of a man, not men, but man. So Victor Hugo's writing was also grand. His characters were very conscious, pursuing their beliefs and convictions to the end. His themes concerned humanity, their concerns. Les Miserables about a man who was trying to redeem himself of his the negative thing with which he started as a criminal. And of course, Victor Hugo, in his conscious convictions, wanted men to be strong, and the rich and poor themes. But that is only his convictions, which were somewhat maybe limited to the artist that was Victor Hugo. So definitely there's a contradiction between, or rather I would say, there's a difference between the way Victor Hugo was as a person and as an artist, and the Victor Hugo who held certain convictions. So his convictions were, of course, more akin to that time, but later As he grew, his convictions became deeper and deeper, and but it was always the artist that dominated. That's a fact. So Victor Hugo had that kind of a clash. I mean, he was not able to really find out how exactly man could live. So there was a lot of tragedy. So the process of living in Victor Hugo became more important than the end result, the happy ending or sad ending or triumph. Everybody triumphed in Victor Hugo's novels because they were living life in the full consciousness of living. So Victor Hugo was very alive, very dynamic, and his writing ability was enormous because of his purity of thought, his benevolent nature, his serious concern about man's life on earth, his seriousness with respect to life. He was very serious about life. He wanted he was very conscious and serious about life. He felt each of us should live a life with full mind, heart, and soul, as they say. So that was Victor Hugo's novels. So this is a very brief introduction to Victor Hugo. I am giving a slight taste of Victor Hugo so that we'll go to his novels and read him in the original. I don't want to talk about his novels, his plots. I don't even want to talk about his theme. There's a reason. When you get into Victor Hugo's novels or theme, a universe opens to you. And I will never in my life, for my life, spoil that experience for you. Victor Hugo must be read, must be enjoyed. It will change my life. Thank you so much. This is Narendra Kumar and we are from NRK Academy. Thank you.